All right, recording. Okay, good. All right. Should I do live? Hmm, maybe not. Next time, next time. Not now. Okay. All right, everyone. Allow me to check your meditation experience first. So let me check. See your face. Okay, that's good. Hello, Sharon and Glenda. Hello, Anna there. Oh, Kathleen too. Linnea and Claudia as well. Miss Ari, wait a minute. Oh, she's here too. Okay, well, allow me to check your meditation experience then. For those who are relaxed, could you raise your hand or show the some thumbs up? Okay, thank you. Anyone feel like time fly by very fast? Very good. Well, almost everyone. Anyone else experience inner light that shine inside? Little? Okay, that's good. That's very good. Okay, a little bit? All right, that's good. I got your message. This means like practicing every day your level of meditation and how to adjust your mind, finding inner peace much quicker and faster. We only meditate just about 25 minutes. And like I mentioned earlier, we're gonna end a little bit faster today since I have to go to the different session right after this, but you are welcome to continue. All the information Priya will also post on Messenger and also in a chat box here. Now let's go back to our question Q&A. There's many people sending question now. Some who not join, some who did join as well. Therefore, let's take a look. Here, good Q&A live. In fact, looking back at what I have been now, I start a program on Facebook with good Q&A, you know, but it doesn't work well. So I start with meditation, it worked good. And thus it's come to Q&A again. Maybe I just sorting out the order wrong. Now we have come to this part anyway. So let's take a look. What is the first question we have? How can two drug addicted people create a perfect healthy child when people who do not do anything but live a healthy, happy life create a child with a handicap? The question that's come in here is come with two questions. It may look just one. Let me answer it out one by one first. But of course, what I am presenting to you, I will try to be in moderate as much as I can. But sometimes, due to me as a knowledge as a monk, maybe I will add some of the Buddhist applying wisdom in there. Hopefully, whoever listening to this or asking to this doesn't mind on that. And of course, its intention is just giving you some sort of perspective, not the whole idea that you have to believe or yourself you can choose. Therefore, I am sure you will have a right choice. This is one of the options for you. Okay. Now, for the first question, how can two drug addicted people create perfect healthy child? Okay. First of all, they can have a healthy child baby. This is when I would prefer to call this they do no longer drug addicted. But if they do and they still have a child, they can take care of him well. But it is on. Uh, I would put this all of the detail I have already planned, but it's gonna be in podcasts, okay? But anyway, for now, let's just go along with this one first. That a healthy child come with a healthy family. Healthy family in here is also is mean implying here as a upbringing, good upbringing, childhood. Okay, but if a drug addicted but accidentally have a child, if they do not turn themselves away from drug addicted, it will continue to the child as well because he see the example, and also he will follow that path. But if he have a good friend, a good conscience, or someone who taught him, or if he has, I would call a wisdom about ability that allow him to teach and learn from his own. He see what is good and what's not good. Then he can also break himself away from this chain of cycle of drug addicted as well. But for this case, for the second question is how when people who do not do anything but live a healthy family, but have a life that create a child with a handicap. Mm. For this one, according to the Buddhist wisdom, one thing is karma is create is our creation. What we have done, what we become. In this case, when a happy child born in a happy family but accidentally become a handicap, or an alcoholic but turn into a good person, but then when they no longer drink alcohol or anything but they have a handicapped child, what could be wrong? In this case, like I mentioned before, everyone has their own karma. If you have a healthy body, healthy mind, but when the child born is handicapped, why? What is wrong? This is all due to the child's karma. But part of the family is also involved. For example, a person who are going to be living together or getting close to each other or become a friend, they must have something in common first. It is something that is called karma, what bound each other together. You are most likely to have a good taste or similar ideas, similar thought or something in common that allow you to attract to each other. Same thing with a child. When he is born, he must have similar kind of karma that is tying them together to be born as a family. This is in the Buddhist wisdom. Okay, that's therefore. But if a child become a handicap, this also come from his own karma as well. Some may become of the previous existence that he has done before. For example, he might break someone's leg, or when become born, he become a handicap like that. But all of these are something that is quite complex. But therefore, to explain something like this in common, it may not be, I would call, properly understand right away. This is requires some kind of more explanation in depth. But all in all, just want to show you that each creature, each people, each beings in this world had their own karma. Therefore, when a person who is a perfect parent, healthy and don't do anything, but the child born handicapped, this come from part of the child karma as well. But if he was born in a good family and this family properly upbringing him, even though he is a handicap, that will make him turn himself, leaving aside, put aside the handicap and try to be a good person in the society. Just like many people that you may have come across, like a celebrity, for example. Uh, one of the person who just died in earlier last year, he was a genius, but he has his leg. I'm not sure. I forgot his name though. It's in the back of my head. But if anyone can, remember him, you can also tell me, put it on uh, the the chat box. Okay, but he is very genius, and he has a very wisdom word that's sharing around the world. But he just died at age about 80 or something like that. Anyway, I rather put it aside, but about his name. But many people who are, even though they are handicapped, but they can turn this around. That's allow them to become a better person as well in the society and were accepted even though they are handicapped. Therefore, the important things about these person who are having a family who is a drug addicted, if they change of heart, they quit and they do not involve themselves with drug again, in this case, this is a good opportunity for them to raise their child, because one thing is they see the harm that's going to happen to their child. When they stop and they reconcile and help each other to bring up the child, this can start up a better perspective future for themselves and for the child as well. This is very important. It doesn't matter who you were before. If you change yourself in the present, move forward for the better future. This also can not only help themselves, but the child and the people around them as well. Thus, therefore, this is in Buddhism, Buddhist wisdom, that compared to people had three kinds. One, ones who come bright and leave bright. This implies to a person who has born with a good fortune and leave this world with a good fortune. Second is one who come bright but leave dark. In other words, they have born with a good fortune but leave this world with darkness because they themselves had used this good fortune, turned it into darkness, disadvantage to them in their life, and when they die, they live to the unhappy realm, which is we call darkness. The third is those who come dark but leave this world bright. These are the example that I mentioned in here. It means that the person who has come unfortunate, but they turn themselves and set themselves up properly. That's when they leave this world, they go to the bright place. Oh, I forgot now. It's not three anymore, it's four, right? That's the last one implied that it would be those who come dark, then they leave this world dark as well. In other words, they come with unfortunate, and that's their life is so suffered. And in the end, when they leave this world, they live in the unhappy realm. These are the four kinds that explained by the Buddha that anyone can change themselves according to their opportunity in life. Even if they don't have from the beginning, they can set themselves up properly as long as they're still alive and associate with a good friend. They will find opportunity and allow themselves to setting it up. So that's whoever asking this, I hope you find the opportunity yourself that can allow you to find happiness in life and your child as well. That's second for the second question. Let's see, it's quite long. I don't see it possible for me to be a career monk without hurting and stressing others, but I still wish I could. So I try to find a way that I could be perhaps a part-time monk. But we open for opportunity for that. I try to find a place to go and learn to be trained. A place not too far away from home so that others can rest while I put life behind me and learn. But it seemed that I could only do so if I first went far from home for quite a while. Yes, it's gonna be some time if you can. Where there in our temple, in our branch, also offer opportunity for a young man or anyone who interests to train themselves as a Buddhist monk for part time, not for a long term. This also possible, depend. But if you want to learn deeper into experience, at least 1 month would be sufficient enough, but it won't be enough for you to go deeper. So that's maybe a 3 months would be a good solution. But of course, if you can find a time that is, but if you can't, try at least a few weeks before you make decision to come for long term, because some people who just come just like having just goodwill, but if their opportunity, their time and their health is not giving or not suitable for situation, it may not be easily for one to take opportunity like that. Therefore, it must be at the right time, right place, and also, first of all, yourself must be healthy. That's something, because living a life of a monk, one may think that it's easy or do nothing. But after I had become a Buddhist monk, this is my 17 years now, I wouldn't say that it's easy though, because almost every day I'm working. More, some even say that if I go out, not become a monk, I'll be more rich now. But anyway, I'm just more happy as I am now. Seeing people and helping people is more satisfying me than, making myself become satisfied like that. Therefore, if you have time, take opportunity. If you don't, you can still train yourself. For example, on the day, you can try to live like a monk using simple life. Use whatever you have, you know, live yourself in a minimal. Something like that can also be applied to train yourself. But when you become a Buddhist monk, it could be a lot easier for you too. Okay. Number 3. Oh, another one. Continue, I guess. It's long like this. I simply don't wish to leave my mother in distress. I leave for a couple of months. I feel that she won't stop worrying. I know that being ordained, at least this date in time, is simply not happening. Of course not. COVID-19. No, 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 it's not. Due to COVID-19. But I hope that one day I will find a way. Yes, I do hope and root for you too, whoever asking this. For I simply aim to bring the knowledge and wisdom of meditation practice to the neurological world. These practices do help and many just don't know. I simply look to learn to be a better meditation teacher. Yes, however, something I like to add on this note. You have a good goal. However, for that goal to be reached, it requires some kind of amount of, I would call, devotion. Be a good teacher doesn't mean that you learn, you listen, and you become one. You must also practice that as well. The Buddha himself also, he praised those who are practice, not those who learn. Whoever practice, that is, he praised that is the way of paying, giving him respect. Thus, if you like to be a Buddhist monk, but you worry about your mother, don't worry. When the time's opportunity come, you will. But as for now, you still have to take care of your mother and your parents. Be a good son, taking care of her. It is one thing to pay off the debt of gratitude one has to one's parents. And when the times come when she leaves this world, when you have opportunity, you can tie yourself, practice what you have aimed for. But for the time when you are taking care of your parents, you can train yourself to live like a Buddhist monk too. Live a simple life, practice 8 precept. What is 8 precept? I am sure you probably know by now. Whoever asking this, if you decide to be the monk, it just doesn't pop out of anywhere, 8 precept are something simple. At least you practice 5 precept. But the difference is rule number 3, number 6, 5, and 7 is been adding. Number 1, no killing. Number 2, no stealing. Number 3, no sexual engagement. Number 4, no telling lie or using foul speech. Number 6, no taking intoxicant into the body like drugs or alcohol or cigarette. Number 6, no dinner. Yes. In Buddhism, it regard dinner as excess energy. When you have a lot of energy, it just creates your sexual desire. Therefore, it making you be more urged and continue your sexual conduct or activity. Number 7, no engage in music, movie, or all kind of entertainment. And number 8, try and learn to sleep on a thin mattress, not a soft or high thick mattress. Why does it involve? Because when you are lying yourself on a bed that is very soft and fluffy, when it is time for you to work, you don't really want to go to work. You just want to stay on the bed, all right? It is something that I would recommend first. I think someone had asked me too if they want to ordain. What can they do to get themselves prepared? I tell them I learned this from my master. Our master, before he gonna decide to ordain, he trained himself 2 years at least to make himself really sure that he is ready for become a monk, a Buddhist monk, of course. So he practiced 8 precepts every day. And 8 precept is not like 5 precept law, though, because commonly 5 precept, if you break one, it is okay. You can continue, but if it's 8 precept, you break one, you start over on the next day. It doesn't count as 8 precept any longer. So this is something that is need to be noted. Okay. Hopefully, in the future, when you have opportunity, come practice and join us too. Now let's go to number 4. Time almost over. After meditation, I channel it to my crystal ball and an amulet, but I left them at home. What should I do? Cute question. I like that. Well, in fact, I did have this problem too. I asked some of my friends who is very good meditation and give me some advice. Oh, it's a long time ago though. He said that the amulet or the crystal ball, if in case they have angel, little or spirit inside this, they can communicate to each other if you have more than one. So if you have at least one with you, you have it with you. Whenever you go, whatever activity you do, if it's good It's a good deed or is it bring you merit. When you go back, if you have one with you, you can put them to each other. They can communicate and share their merit to each other. That's how they do. But in case if you forgot to bring them with you any day, anywhere, when you go back home, bring out your crystal ball or amulet, whatever you have, recollect them, imagine them inside your center of the body and sharing your merit to them by visualize them inside and kind of like feeling like you pour water inside a bucket. You share and expand your feeling of good feeling to them. This is how they can receive the merit and charge their energy too. The more energy, the more good this day you have done. They get power too, and they can bring you more good luck and help you meditate much better. That's how they do its work. Hopefully this helps whoever asking this. And last question. Wow. I remember when I was studying at university about Thailand and politics, the professor said that the Buddhist monks go outside the temple every morning and are given rice by people as a way of exchanging. I believe by doing something good for the monks and the temple, they bring good luck upon themselves. Correct. But in here we call it, as a Buddhist, we call this as merit or punya. I have been to Phuket and Pattaya and did not see this. Might just be that I did not pass by any temples at right time. Just curious, is it true? Yes, it's true, but not practiced commonly in many countries anymore. Well, if you want to see one, it must be the route that the monk walk commonly. You can ask around in the village or in the town what time and what route that the monk normally go. But it must be early in the morning, approximately around 6 to 8. Later than that, the monk do not come out anymore. They stay in the temple. So that's why it has to be in early, because the monk arms round, it takes time. They have to walk. They don't just ride a car and go by motorcycle, stuff, not like that. So they have to walk. They have to rise early and go. And if they go to the house that doesn't give, they're just gonna walk past. Time is crucial. But it's over that later than 9 is not allowed anymore in Thailand. Therefore, it has to be early. But in case, if you can get up early, you still have another chance offering meal at lunchtime. People who don't get up early, which is common now at this time of years, therefore you can go to the temple at lunchtime to deliver the food. This is something that you can do, even though if you cannot make the first breakfast meal, you can do the second lunch. Therefore, this is something, hopefully, everyone, this answer your question. For next question, you can ask later on and say, I think this is it for today. But before we part today, I'd like to leave you with the teaching of our master, self-healing. Be kind to yourself, love and care for your mind. Don't let it down. Don't hurt your feeling. Keep it sabai. You know that meaning, right? And it will become peaceful and calm. When the mind is comfortable, it will rest in peace and you will find true happiness. With this clear and sabai mind, your body will be refreshed and healthy. Negatives will evolve into positive. Thus, everyone, no matter what you do throughout the day, don't forget to take care of your mind. If you have a good meditation, don't just leave it for your meditation. Always maintain, take care of your mind. In whatever, wherever you perform your tasks, always take care of your mind. Thank you everyone for joining us today. For those who interested to join me in the next session, there will be another room. I'm sure Priya already sent you in the chat box. She also posted in um, Messenger, so check that out. So that's in a few minutes. I have to go now. So hopefully I'll see you again next week for my on. Yes, next week is my on in what's it called, orientation. Therefore, there won't be Q&A, but still, we can come to meditate together at the time, same place. We use this code room now for now. Okay, so thank you everyone. I'll see you again next time.
Thank you. Namaskar.
Oh, Mr. Paul, go ahead, reading everyone. I forgot, yes.
Okay, well, everybody, we'll pay respect to our teaching man and say, bow and say namasakan. Thank you so much.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining. See you again. Hopefully you like the answer. See you again next time.